He called himself a closet heterosexual. It's is the most David Bowie answer.
What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the 3 Days Talking podcast. We are here with our 700 subscriber video. We have gone through, and now I think we have almost entirely caught up in our subscriber goal videos once we do this one. However, by the time we upload this, almost certainly we will be at 800 subscribers, as we gained 100 subscribers in about 2 days, which is fucking awesome. Shout out to those Zeppelin and Beatles subscribers. You guys killed it for us, so we appreciate it. But the 700 subscriber, sorry about my phone, 700 subscriber goal video was the rise and fall of Ziggy Stardust and the Spiders from Mars by Mr. David Bowie. Rest in peace. Yeah, Cole, you are a huge, forget just Ziggy Stardust fan, Bowie fan in general. So I'm going to let you take the majority of this description, but I'll just say this album, it came out in 1972, another 70s album we're reviewing on our channel. Done a lot of those now. 11 songs deep, 38 minutes, but Cole, give us a description of Mr. Bowie and why this album is so popular and why Bowie is so popular.
Well, all you really need to know is that David Bowie is a fucking genius and one of the greatest artists and humans that has ever graced the earth with his presence. But yeah, this album came out in 72, and it was when he started his career, he didn't really have any clear direction to go in, and then he kind of just started experimenting a little bit more here and there. Not so much with music per se. He did get his music to be more focused and consistent, but he would experiment a lot with just like lyricism and like stage presence and personas. And that kind of started on the album. It kind of started on the album before this one called Hunky Dory, where he sort of had a persona, sort of didn't. But then on this album, he went all the way in, full commitment to it, and came up with the character Ziggy Stardust, and then wrote a super weird concept album about Ziggy Stardust.
There you go. Now, the title's a little weird. It's a very long title. Rise and Fall of Ziggy Stardust and the Spiders from Mars. Can you give us any description of why it's called And the Spiders from Mars?
That's like his band.
Yes, that's Ziggy Stardust's backing band. The Spiders from Mars.
Stardust's backing band. As Cole was just saying, all this is a persona. He had many personas. A lot like a modern day Tyler the Creator type of thing. Or
sure,
Tyler the Creator is a modern day, in a way, Ziggy's or David Bowie. Different personas on a whole bunch of different albums that he creates, and he has different friends for each persona and different band members. And in David Bowie's case, he made so many albums and had so many personas throughout his career that it's kind of hard to keep track. But there's there's a good tangible argument to make that maybe even his, it depends on who you ask, maybe even his best album was the last album he ever put out. There's a lot of people out there who would say that, Noah being one of them, probably. But this is also a historically iconic album from David Bowie. And of course, it came out in the 70s, which is just considered one of the greatest decades for music ever. We've already done multiple albums from Zeppelin and the Beatles were in the 70s, but the multiple albums from Zeppelin and Floyd and other great bands in the 70s. So this is just adding on to why I think we all here appreciate the 70s so much as a music. It's for music in general. But enough blabber about that. Before we get into it, I just wanted to say, I saw someone say, I was obsessed with the film Labyrinth when I was young and the music in that. Is Labyrinth like a David
Bowie's in, he's in a movie.
Low is my favorite Bowie album. Bowie, of course, faked his death. Diamond, thank you. Always coming out with the important facts. Need to do Station to Station. That is on our list. You guys will see it posted very shortly. But yeah, we plan to do David Bowie's discography at some point. Don't worry. He just has a lot of albums, and that's going to have to be split up into chunks, into eras, more likely than the whole thing, because that'll take a while. All right, enough chit chat. Let's get into it. Rise and Fall of Ziggy Stardust and the Spiders from Mars, 1972. David Bowie, starting off with 5 years. Actually, a fairly short album for how iconic it is.
market square. So many mothers sighing.
That's an interesting opinion, Hugo.
You know, it has some very underrated songs on it.
Had 5 years left
I mean, that
to
teenage wildlife.
News guy wept and told us Earth was really dying. Cried so much his face was wet. Then I knew he was not lying. I heard telephones, opera house, favorite melodies. I saw boys, toys, electric irons and TVs. My brain hurt like a warehouse, it had no room to spare. I had to cram so many things to store everything in there. And all the fat, skinny people,
Fat, skinny people.
and all the tall, short people,
So many
and all the
people.
nobody people,
Never thought.
and all the somebody people. I never thought I'd need so many people. Girl my age went off ahead. Hit some tiny children. If the black hadn't have pulled her off, I think she would have killed them. A soldier with a broken arm fixed his stare to the wheels of a Cadillac. The cop knelt and kissed the feet of a priest, and a queer threw up beside his that. I think I saw you in an ice cream parlor, drinking milkshakes cold and long, smiling and waving and looking so fine. Don't think you knew you were in the song. And it was cold and it rained, so I felt like an actor, and I thought of more, and I wanted to get back there. Your face, your race, the way that you talk. I kiss you, you're beautiful, I want you to walk. We got 5 years stuck on my 5 years. What a surprise, we got 5 years. My brain hurts a lot. 5 years, that's all we got. We got 5 years. What a surprise. 5 years stuck on mine. We got 5 years. My brain hurts a lot. 5 years, that's all we got. We got 5 years stuck on mine. 5 years, what a surprise. We've got 5 years. My brain hurts a lot. 5 years, that's all we got. We got 5 years. What a surprise. We got 5 years stuck on mine. We got 5 years. My brain hurts a lot. 5 years, that's all we got. 5 years.
Man,
I swear to God, that sounds like Mario. Like
I love that. I heard an isolated track of one of the vocals from this. He's like actually crying, screaming. He was getting into it.
Does anyone else think that sounds like a really old Mario game when Mario dies?
Yeah. But it sounds awesome.
I just saw an interesting.
Well, we start off with an absolute humdinger. Honestly, this is probably my favorite song on this album, just because of how I just love the progression of it. I love how the song moves, how it's written, how it just builds and builds and builds and builds into him just screaming his brains out at the end of the song. Obviously, the lyrics talking about them, people finding out that there's only 5 years left on Earth before Earth is destroyed.
100%.
Great lyrics, amazing vocal performance from Bowie, great melody. Love the progression of the song. I mean, not much about the song that I don't love. Just fantastic, amazing ending to it. Feeling one of the strongest 9s I've ever given a song.
Get an interesting question after this to ask you two about it. But Noah, what are you?
Yeah, I remember a little bit of the story of the song. Like a deceased relative or parent came to him in his dream and told him that there was 5 years left on Earth.
Did they?
And I'm guessing he took that to heart, and at least for a while, took it pretty seriously because he puts a lot of emotion into this one. Yeah, this song is definitely one of the better album openers ever. Great lyrics, you know. Yeah, this keeps building. I think that's really good. Great. Well, I already said great opening.
Yeah.
Yeah, great vocals. On Cole's train as well. I'm also feeling a very strong 9.
Strong 9 as well. Okay, yeah, I mean this Cole sort of nailed everything I was gonna say. The progression of the song is fantastic because it starts off a little slow and it quickly delves because it's not a super long song. I mean it's 4:43, so you know it's not one of those like epics, but it quickly gets into it and really in a signature Bowie style. He just loves the theatrics of reeling you in really quickly and then sort of exploding the ends of the song. He loves like he kind of gives you a line to think about it, sets you up a bit, gives you some really interesting lyrics, and then he kind of leaves the hook for later. The big catchy, you know, interesting, entertaining hook is always near the ends of songs, sort of towards the last minute or so. That's a Bowie signature, and it's fantastic. I mean, it's an 8.5 to a 9 for me. My question for you two was, you know, we've gone through a lot of great opening tracks on albums recently, and we keep, you know, discussing what's the best one we've heard. Where would this rank? Is this top 5 opening track on an album? No.
On top 5 opening track on what?
I mean, it's not even the best Bowie.
Oh, no, it's not a top 5.
Okay.
Probably top 30.
All right, fair enough. Just asking.
Yeah, but Bowie's got at least 2 better.
I agree that it's not even the best Bowie one. I was just curious to see what you guys thought. Okie dokie, on to Soul Love.
What a groove. That is such a fire groove.
She kneels before the grave, a brave son who gave his life to save a slogan that hovers between the headstone and her eyes, for they penetrate her grieving. You love a boy and girl, the talking new words that only they can share in you. A love so strong it tears their hearts to sleep through the fleeting hours of morning. Love is careless.
Now that's a tone.
Over cross and lightly, love descends on those defenseless. Idiot love will spark confusion. Inspirations have I none, just a touch from lightning dove. All I have is my love of love, and love is not loving.
Love those little hi-hats.
Yes. This part was so unexpected the first time I heard this album. Haven't heard anything off this album in over a year. Well, you're in for a treat, Barney. I said Barney. Jesus. Almost said Barney.
Barney.
So love, the priest that tastes the word.
He has got the most unique accent, maybe in singing history. Him and Bjork.
Love, the reaching up my loneliness evolves by the blindness that surrounds him.
It's so simple. It's so small. Just these two little hi-hat hits, and it's so catchy.
That's the quietest and calmest electric guitar ever played, with one of the sickest tones.
One of very few artists who can put this in a song and make it not sound stupid as fuck.
I guarantee you, Noah is going to be like, this is just 100% a better version of Obladi Oblada.
No, because
I'm not sure they're in the same ballpark at all.
Yeah, there's no comparison to make. This is not corny at all.
So one thing I forgot to mention on the previous song, and it's very important with Bowie because he is an expert at this, in all the albums I've heard, his mixing skills are incredible. I mean, I know this is the 70s, and I don't know how many albums DP was already into his career. I don't know how much money he had to work on production and all that, but it's better than the majority of a lot of bands that were out at this point. And he's just a solo guy. He probably has, studio, I don't know his sole studio band or jams band or whatever he hired, but it doesn't really matter because the mixing on both of his songs and on the majority of his career, albums I've heard has been just phenomenal. Everything is crisp and exactly how you would want to hear it. Nothing is hidden or layered unless it's extremely intentionally. And I think even like that last electric guitar part there at the end is intentionally quieter to not take away from the melody that's already playing. I love those decisions. They're fantastic. Lyrically, it's not a super complex song. He's just talking about basically loving his soul and figuring out why he doesn't have like all this love for his own soul, and he's trying to, but he can't seem to get it. So it's not the most intense song lyrically, not the greatest, but it like Cole said, it pulls off the la la la's at the end better than most artists could. So props to that. I'll give this to 8 to an 8.5. Noah.
Yeah, we're keeping the great song track rolling. Great melodies, especially during the verse. Very catchy. I like the guitar. Tone-wise, you can tell it's really compressed.
Mm-hmm.
But they somehow do a good job still making it sound good. I usually don't enjoy when a guitar is really compressed, but they did a good job.
I agree. I don't either.
Overall, the instrumentation sounds really good, but in the 70s with Bowie albums, that's kind of a given that everything's gonna sound good and just how it should. Yeah, it's a great song. I'd give that an 8.5.
8.5. Cole. Oh, Cole just gave a little roll.
He's gonna give it that.
No. I feel like I like this song more than like other people do. I don't know why. I feel like this song doesn't get as much love as it deserves because this song is great.
I think it's the
I think this
lyrics
song
for
is
me.
fantastic. I mean, the groove is amazing. It's so simple, but it's so damn catchy. I mean, just everything about this song is super fucking catchy. I mean, I think the lyrics are pretty cool. I think he comes out with some cool lines. I think it's one of the catchier songs on this album. And the solos are really good. I mean, to comment on the production, yes, I agree that it is mixed really well. The only thing, I mean, I was planning on saving this for the end, but
Sure.
The only thing that I'll say about the production negatively, I suppose, is that I know where it's going to get to in the mid to late 70s, and I think it just like...
You're judging off of his peak and not where he was yet.
I mean, it's really well mixed, but it's not as full and...
I mean, it's no low,
like,
you're right.
Yeah, like, he's gonna... Him and... I mean, he's not the only person who produces albums. A bunch of people helped him. But it's gonna get to, like, one of the greatest peaks of production in music history. It's not quite there yet, but it's still very good production. It's mixed very well. It just gets, like, louder and fuller and bolder later on. I will give the song another 9.5. I fucking love this song.
9.5. Wow.
Love this song.
Wow. Well, we got to move on to Moonage Daydream.
It's ripping through the mix.
I haven't seen the Dylan movie yet. I should probably do that.
You still haven't. You still haven't seen it?
No, I keep forgetting.
Oh man.
The guitar.
Oh, that's right. We did it with Alex, not you. Forgot about that.
Progression on this is peak.
You're right, Hugo. It's not fair to compare them. Like a pink monkey bird.
The progression on this
Is that a
That's
massive
not even my.
euphemism?
That's not even my favorite animal-related lyric on this
Is that
album,
just a
and it's
massive
awesome.
euphemism, or is he actually talking about pink monkey birds?
He's an alligator, man. Oh, the slides on this is so fucking cool.
Great drum fills.
He really goes hard into the accent on this song.
His voice changes a lot throughout his career.
I will say, this is not my favorite voice sound he has in his career on this album.
My favorite's Black Star, so a bit different.
Like dying of cancer, Bowie.
A lot of emotion in that.
But that's true. I'll give you that.
What rock artist was doing this?
Well, no one was doing glam rock at this level of popularity for sure. No
This
one
is
was
so
doing
fucking
glam
cool.
rock yet.
The only one I can think of, Prince?
Prince had not started yet, I don't think.
This is so cool right here, this section right here.
Prince was 14 when this album came out.
Holy Lord. Prince was in 78. Decision to layer the vocals offsetting. I hate that by
It's
every
great.
artist ever.
Play the
Awesome.
freaky ass guitar solo on me. So cool. Fucking that whammy bar. Make that shit shake.
Psychedelic?
Oh yeah.
And then whatever's happening in the background.
Sounds like someone's like just spamming a synthesizer. What a song there, especially at the end.
Lyrics are really cool. There's something about them.
Is it a certified hood classic?
I think
Absolutely.
I think it's definitely received certification at some point. Oh yeah, of course the thing I love the most is the guitar. Really good playing, really good progressions, even in the acoustic sections of the verses. Sounds really good. Some really strong Bowie vocals as well. Fits the vibe of the song really well. And then you got that like flute/horn solo.
Yeah.
Which first time I heard this song was just out of fucking nowhere. And it's so good. It sounds amazing. Love it. Guitar solo really cool. Especially with like whatever's going on in the background, and it seems to be looping, creating a bit of a psychedelic effect. Yeah, I'm feeling oof. Might just have to give this a 9.5.
9.5. Cole, I'll let you finish. Actually, I have some thoughts I don't want to forget. First of all, I mentioned the thing I don't like layered vocals, especially layered vocals. Or sorry, I don't like off layered vocals like he had here. However, if you are going to do it like he did it here, because he made it work with the theme of this song, which is supposed to be this sort of outer space, time warp entering type of thing, and it sounds like he's like shouting or saying something at a loud voice, and then you hear it from him, and then you hear it repeated like an echo effect into space. That is fucking cool. And I'm not a huge fan of I'm not a fan at all of it usually, but the way he did it, it fits with the theme. I still don't love it, but he made it work. What a cool ass solo at the end. Absolutely just taking you into a whole nother planetary effect that he's going with, this like warp speed sound that is happening. It's so unique. Nobody was really doing this until like Floyd started getting into it as well. They might have been doing it around the same time, maybe experimenting with it, but it was very unique. You already mentioned the flute. I don't need to go into that anymore. One thing I will say, he sounds a little bit better vocally on this one than he did on the previous song. I didn't love his stretched vocals on the previous song. I think he sounds actually a bit better here. Such a sort of just the creation of the imagery and the theme he's going for is really cool on this song and the album so far as a whole. However, this song has been the first to really get you into that outer space theme he's kind of creating. Big fan. Big fan. I'm gonna give that a 9. Cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna be joining Noah with that 9.5.
Oh,
yeah, I'm going
shit.
3 9.5.
3 9.5.
I mean, yeah, this is like the real. I feel like this is one of the more glam rocky songs on this album, and like from here on out, it gets hardcore glam rock vibes on this album. But yeah, just great writing, great performances, super weird but awesome lyrics, and yeah, really cool guitar solo at the end. 9.5.
9.5. On to Starman.
Yeah,
I need to put that on a shirt.
Didn't know what time it was, the lights were low. Oh, oh. I leaned back on my radio. Oh, oh. Some cat was laying down some rock and roll that a soul said. Then the loud sound it seemed to fade. Came back like a slow voice on a wave of fade.
Leopard Seal's diet is 95% penguin.
Yes, it is. Has this reached iconic status?
What, the song? Oh yeah, easily.
Yeah.
it's in commercials.
Oh, this is so classic.
I love him saying far out. That's so 70s. It's crazy.
Look out your window, I can see his light.
an incredible guitar lead right there.
Perfect transition.
And the strings sound so good.
Not the best transition right there, though. Little forced. I love how he sings Laws. It's just so good.
Well, another one of those certified hood classics right here. Either I suppose like one of his most iconic songs of all time, definitely one of his most popular songs, and a lot of that having to do with it being like one of the best choruses he ever wrote, really. I mean the melody is absolutely fantastic. The lyrics are super cool. The songwriting is, I mean, it's super straightforward, super simple, but it's super effective because he keeps it so interesting and it's so much fun to listen to. Um, I wouldn't say it's quite as good as the last three for me, but it's very close. I'll throw it a 9 to a 9.5.
9 to a 9.5. Let me go next. This song is fucking amazing, and this song has one of the most iconic choruses that has ever been made by David Bowie. The only downside, if you want to call it downside, to this song is the verses are not as probably strong. Granted, you're going up against a really great chorus. They're not as strong as the chorus, but the transitions are perfect. The guitar transition from verse to chorus, and then that build up on the very start of the hook. There's a stop, and when it goes up an enclave right there, so well done. Love that so much. I mean, gosh, there's a couple small things. The only real issues I have with this verses are not up to the same par as the chorus, but the repeated this when he on the second time when he goes through the chorus, he does the chorus in repeat and kind of just forces the transition. There's nothing there. It's just a repeated one without anything interluding it, and it feels a little forced. Outside of that, fantastic, amazing song. 9.5. Noah.
Yeah, it's another hood classic. I have such a hard time finding issues with almost pretty much any song on this album. I
In
wouldn't say
terms of
anything.
writing and lyricism and performance, it's pretty fucking perfect.
Yeah. Don't know what they could have really done better with what was written. Like, really, really catchy song. The hook is just probably one of the most memorable hooks I've heard ever.
Yep.
Great guitar part, great vocal melody, great verses. I like the lyrics. Yeah, I'm also feeling a 9.5.
9.5. All right, up next. It ain't easy.
What is playoff Lamar? I don't understand. What is his deal?
It's Mike Evans and
2 turnovers.
it's Mike Evans and Marshawn Lattimore. It's Marshawn Lattimore against Mike Evans.
Yeah, but it's Lamar Jackson versus the playoffs.
Yes.
Okay.
I should have muted for that. My fault. The moon is inside the earth.
Sure. Why not?
Bowie might have been the first person to say every single syllable in satisfaction in a song before.
Stones leaned into it pretty hard.
Floyd, we're living in a Joe Rogan DMT universe.
Sid Barrett was.
Might have got a little too.
What's up, Sean? Top hoochie coochie woman in rock history. Ian, you said we left out the woo 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 sound at the very beginning of this one. I didn't skip anything.
Your song, when I don't know why, but whenever you like go to the next song, it cuts off like the first 2 seconds.
All right, you know what? Just for you, I'll go back and start it. There you go. just to make sure we got it for you. Wow, that really is just it's such a catchy hook. I mean, that's back-to-back songs with extremely catchy hooks. This one far simpler than Starman. Obviously, he's just really getting into a little deeper groove with it and just singing "It Ain't Easy" in a sort of a deeper voice, almost sounding like country voice in a way, but not, obviously not country, but he gets into that, he gets really deep with it. I love the voice transitions he does on this. The vocals are fantastic because on the verses he sounds very different than he does on the hook, and it's a really cool way of doing different vocalizations on one song. Lyrically not the greatest song on this album, but it doesn't lose any power. It's not like bad. It's just, no real big issue. I don't know what the instrument is. What's the instrument that goes ding 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 that he's playing throughout it? It sort of sounds like a guitar, but it's like dang dang dang, like it's strumming a little bit, but it's
Sound like a fucking harpsichord or something.
Maybe it could very well be. That sounds great on this. I think it's fantastic.
Could be
but the rest of the instrumental isn't incredible. I think this probably deserves a 8.5. Cool.
Yeah, I mean, like he's just rocking with some super fundamental but really catchy and really fun songwriting here. The verses are good, the melodies are good, it's got a good chorus. I suppose if I had to pick one, maybe my least favorite song on the album.
Really?
But I mean, we're talking about this album, so it's like, what does that even really mean? It's still a really good song. Yeah, I'm not. Maybe it's just how short. I guess it just is maybe the least eventful song on the album. I guess. But still, I still like it. I'll throw it an 8.
All right, Noah.
Yeah, sorry, I'm gonna kind of hop on Cole's opinion here.
Okay.
I don't know, yeah, not a bunch happens. It's good, does good hook, and then it's kind of over. Not a ton happens, but like it's enjoyable while it's on, and there's not really much issue with it. But I don't really see how he could have expanded it. So I'll just give that also an 8.
All right. Up next, we have Lady Stardust.
What does favorite worst to nightmare reaction mean?
I have
That
no
I'm
idea.
pretty sure it's the Arctic Monkeys album.
Wait, but
We haven't done a worst
oh,
nightmare.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, second
At
album.
some point, I don't know.
We got a lot to get to.
You don't like Starman much out of the songs on this? Oh. Wow.
Here's how behind we are, Dylan. We're at basically 800 subscribers, and we're doing our 700 subscriber album. So we're a little behind right now.
We're doing our best. No more Arctic Monkeys on begging.
We're definitely gonna do at least two
you're gonna
more of
do
their
at least
albums.
2 more. People are very interested in our Arctic Monkeys opinions, apparently.
First album was okay. That's solid.
It was some.
Thank you, Tony. I'm surprised. We're all surprised at it.
Hey, Lamar made a good throw.
I smiled sadly for a love I could not obey. Lady Stardust sang songs of darkness and dismay.
Not great covers.
And it was alright. The band was all together. Yes, it
One day.
I'm sure that will happen one day. I promise that will happen one day.
Just got to get through some of the more culturally significant ones first, or more popular ones.
Before we start just getting our favorites.
Yeah.
Cole's gonna
I don't
be
think he's going anywhere soon, so I don't know why it would be a new one.
That is some amazing piano work right there. And I'm sure some piano experts probably sitting there going, it's super basic. Doesn't mean it doesn't sound good.
I never know when piano playing is basic or complex because I don't know. I just never know.
I just assume.
I need to see
when
the hands.
I hear
I can't just
multiple
tell
keys
what's
being
being played.
played at the
I mean,
same
obviously,
time.
if it's being played really fast and it's not just like,
Yeah.
then obviously.
This one's a bit of a banger. Great melody, really. I'm a big fan of it, and of course the piano. What really makes it for me is the hook and in specific the backing vocals. I feel like those carry so much weight for how much I like the song. It just has a certain vibe to it that I am very attracted towards. I'd give the song an 8.5.
8.5. Wow. Okay.
Great take notes.
This might
Thank
be
you.
a bit of a controversial take in David Bowie fandom, but I'll say this: I like the vocals on this more than I like anything else on this by far, and I think the instrumental here is kind of weak. Especially, excuse me, especially when you compare it to the rest of the album we played so far and what will happen in the rest of it. Instrumental's really weak. I wasn't really feeling anything really too good. The only thing I really liked was the piano, especially at the end. You can really hear it. The vocals are overpowering, and they should be, because they're by far the best thing on this song. And the lyrics are very just kind of pretty in a way, without being super specific. I think the vocals challenge and work this song very well. The instrumental, however, is definitely the more basic side, definitely less intense or interesting to me, and it doesn't drag the song down a ton, but it does drag it down. This will be the first venture into the sevens I have, with a 7.5 to an 8. I told you.
Not enough was happening, but when too much happens, you're overstimulated.
It's not an overstimulation. I'm saying the instrumental just doesn't entertain me at all.
I didn't say that.
Oh. All right.
You said something like you wanted more things happening.
Well, some songs.
But then when more things happen,
well,
you get overstimulated.
it's very song dependent. This isn't getting into the alt, like, post rock type of thing. All right, Cole.
Yeah, I'm definitely sided with Noah here.
I figured you might.
Pretty much entirely. Yeah, I mean, piano is great on the song. Gorgeous piano playing. And just, I mean, like most of this album, it's just like, it's super fundamental, it's super straightforward, it's super simple, but it's just done at a really, really high level. Yeah, I'm feeling a 8.5.
All right, up next we have Star. That album is a 10, try more. What album?
Told me when to write in Belfast. Stayed home to starve. I could make it all worthwhile as a rock and roll star. Rather try to change the nation. Sonny wants to turn the world, but he pretended and tried. I could make a transformation as a rock and roll star. So inviting, so enticing to play the part. I can make a wild mutation as a rock and roll star. Get it on, I could do with the money. I'm so wiped out with things as they are.
Love that melody. So good.
And I'd come on like a regular superstar. I could make a transformation as a rock and roll star. So inviting, so enticing to play the part. I could play the wild mutation as a rock and roll star.
Wow.
Get it on, yeah. I could do with the money. I'm so wiped out with things as they are. I send my photograph to my honey, and I trouble like a regular superstar.
Such a unique transition right here.
That's such great writing.
As a rock and roll star.
This is surf rock?
Fall in love, alright, as a rock and roll star.
I can
What
get
is
it.
glam rock?
There's some of the guitar playing. Then we just go into this.
I have not seen Labyrinth. Might be cool, unfortunately.
I agree with that. It's fantastic.
I can already know what Cole's gonna give this. Pretty
Just
easy.
watch me now.
There it is.
Get out of my head!
Well, since Cole's opinion's already been made public, apparently let's start with Cole.
Well, yeah, let's let him talk about it.
Yeah, no, I got that. Man, right there. Yeah, this song just has like great energy. He's bringing the fire on this one.
Could you
with
say
the,
he's bringing the boom?
Wow.
that-
You are
yeah,
too old to be doing that.
I
What?
guess if that's what you want.
Fine,
Sure.
go ahead.
I mean, yeah, great energy, super fun instrumental, great melodies throughout the entire song, and really cool thematically for what's going on in the album. Yeah, I'm giving it a 9.
9. Wow. Noah, you did call that. You might as well go
Yep.
then next, Noah.
Yeah, I mean, you do these for long enough with somebody, you can kind of guess what they're gonna give things.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
I'm not feeling as strong about it, but I enjoy it. I'm not loving the melody as crazy as Cole is, though I do enjoy it. Guitar playing was cool. I kind of wish they could have gotten a better tone on some of the guitar parts, the lead parts at least. I'd give that an 8.
8. Okay. This one's a hard one for me to analyze because it's very theatrical. It's very stuff that Cole should hate but likes. You know, I mean, it's very Prince-esque type music where Cole, if this were probably any other artist, Cole would be trashing this. But because Bowie makes it very unique and does it everything that usually Cole, this type of music that Cole hates, well, it's completely different. It sounds different. It just sounds like it's mixed properly. It just sounds good. It's very pop. It's very poppy. It's very happy. It's very, you know, rock and roll star. You know, he says rock. You know, you can make it as a rock and roll star. You can get, you know, great money and stuff like that. Like, he's not saying anything super in depth. He's doing a very basic lyrical song, and it still works well because it's. I think as someone said, you know, it's theatrical without sounding corny. And that's a great opinion because it is. It in many ways, it's just a very basic theatrical poppy song that if it was a little catchier, probably could have been a big, you know, #1 hit. It just didn't have that catchiness of like a Starman or an It Ain't Easy. I sort of land in the middle here. I don't really find anything amazingly attractive about the song, but it does have a nice groove that I can bop along to. And, you know, again, like I said, lyrically it's nothing special, but it's not bad at all. I'll go 7.5, 8. All right, up next we have Hang On To Yourself.
This almost sounds like
Sing a
surfer.
tongue-twisting song. Come to the show tonight. Bring to the light machine. She wants my hand and all my money. She's a bucket bar collector. Leaning on an electric dream.
My honey, my money.
Come on, we really got a good thing going. But come on, if you think we're gonna make it, better hang on to yourself.
I'm sure we'll do Freewheelin'
Well,
at some
we do
point.
plan to do it this time.
He just said the next ones we will do will either be blown on tracks or blown up on.
Well, I'll be the come down better on a stolen guitar. You're the blessed with the spiders from Mars. Come on.
Yeah, Mateus, don't worry. We will definitely be able to do it both.
Come on. If you think we're gonna make it, you better hang on to yourself.
Not the best, though. Not the best, though.
No.
Come on. We really got a good thing going. Come on. If you think we're gonna make it, you better hang on to yourself.
The riff is very funky. I kind of get that. It's get a bit more raw and distorted and it would be a punk riff.
Come on. If you think we're gonna make it, you better hang on to yourself.
Those 2 drum fills there were really good.
I think I know what's sort of the best part about this song. That was pretty obvious.
I don't know if we're going to agree on that, Noah.
It's pretty, I mean, come on.
Bringing some fire with this goes.
I'd like to go first. want to see if Noah and I agree. Okay, so one outstanding part of this song is Bowie's verse on this song.
Nope.
Yes,
It's not the
absolutely
outstanding part I was
fantastic
thinking
part
of.
of the song. His, especially this beginning of the song, when he kind of, it's almost like he's just going like a super speeding through his vocal performances really well. I love his rhythm on the vocals at this on this verse. They're fantastic. Love the way he starts this. I mean, earlier we talked about how on Starman his chorus was way better than his verses. Completely flipped that here. Verse way better than the hook. This hook pretty weak. On an album with a lot of good hooks, this is the worst hook. This ain't even close. This one, it just doesn't work at all to me. It falls off. He kind of even fades it off himself. Not a fan. Love the verse, love the start, love the lyrics, but not a fan of the hook whatsoever. The only other thing to mention that I really thought about is the guitar at the end is pretty damn good. I'm a big fan of that. Outside of that, pretty weak song. Verse, really cool. Chorus that he repeats unfortunately twice and doesn't have another verse, very weak. Gonna go 6.5 to 7. Noah, you seem to want to respond.
Well, you see, the outstanding part was instrumentation and, in specific, the bass. That bass was flying around,
The
really
bass.
carrying it.
All right.
Yeah, did you not hear it going up and down all around?
I heard it. It just didn't stand out to me that much.
It stood out to me because it was doing the most it's done on the whole album. It sounded really good. Guitar was good as well. It was like a borderline, like really early punk riff, just not with the enough distortion or just rawness in general. I like the hook. I think it's a very catchy hook with a good melody, good backing vocals done by himself. I'd give this song an 8.
Wow. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with what Noah said. I feel even more strongly about it. I would say it's an 8.5. Love the instrumental, love the energy of this song. Great bass line. I also do really love the melody on the verses. And
Really?
I mean, I wouldn't say the chorus is like Starman, but it's far from bad. Like, it's still a catchy chorus.
No, that's the
I don't think
part.
there
is
are
not.
there are absolutely no misses chorus wise on this album. They're all good.
For the sake of this, title track. Ziggy Stardust.
Do wish that guitar tone was a little better.
Worst song on the
Such
album,
a cool
6
riff.
out of 10 from Super Funny. I don't agree with the lowest ranking dude, but worst song on the album, yeah.
Now Ziggy played guitar, jamming good with Weird and Gilly and the spiders from Mars.
The guitar playing on this entire song is so good.
But made it too far. Became the special man. Then we were Ziggy's band. Ziggy really sang. Screwed up eyes and screwed down hairdo, like some cat from Japan. He could lick 'em by smiling. He could leave 'em to hang. They came on so loaded, man.
See, it just say break our balls sequel.
So where were the spiders? While the fly tried to break our bones. Or just the fear like to guide us. So we bitched about his bands and should we crushed his sweet hands. Ziggy played for time, jiving us that we were voodoo. The kids were just crass. He was the Nas with God-given ass.
Awesome
He took
lyric.
it all too far. But boy, could he play guitar. Making love with his ego.
That is such a fucking bar.
I assume you mean the David Bowie album.
Wait till the song's done, then you can answer him.
This feels like it could have been the intro to the album. There's just something about it.
Intro or outro.
Yeah.
Matthias, great point. Wow. I think this song is the best lyrical song on this album. Some of my absolute favorite lines, favorite bars, favorite metaphors, whatever you want to call them, not even metaphors, just the way he is, you know, absolutely adding into the persona of Ziggy Stardust, being this person with the band, you know, the spiders in the band. It is awesome. I love what he's doing lyrically in this song. Some of the best lines he's ever written. Incredible. I love the lyrics on this. I like his vocals a lot. I don't love the vocals. I think one person made a good comment. The change in vocal level from the chorus to the verses is a little much. The chorus is a bit louder for not really any particular reason. Didn't seem to make much a whole sense. You could have probably done something different there. Outside of that, fantastic. Love the drums. I love the bass. Great song. 9. Cole.
Yeah, I'm actually going to agree with your rating there. I'm going to give this song a 9 too. Great writing, just phenomenal songwriting. Really cool guitar playing, as Noah pointed out at the beginning. And yeah, super awesome lyrics. Just hailing it pretty much all over the place, really. I do wish the guitar tone was a little bit better. Sounded a little dated to me, but beyond that, great song.
All right, Noah.
Yeah, this song is sick. Big fan of the guitar in this one, not because it's playing anything elaborate, but because of what things are played fit the English. I just cannot speak English.
Fit the WAP?
Because the things that are played fit the song so well. That is what I was trying to fucking say. Great lyrics. Big fan of the lyrics. No, like the chorus, or is it a chorus?
I call it a chorus.
Big fan of the riff during that. Is really good. Lyrics, of course, yeah. Vocals, I have no issue with the vocals. I think they're really good. I guess I can see why Cole thinks the tone's a little dated, and I agree a tiny bit. But I guess we're gonna triple up on our ratings here.
Oh,
yeah, that's a 9.
9. That was so unintentional. Suffragette City. Now this is really. All right, chat. I'm gonna give you 1 more minute on the poll.
Hey, man.
Well, the good news, Tony, is that I think his vocals get better after this album.
My work's down the drain. She's a total blam. She said she had to squeeze it, but and then she, oh, don't lean on me, man, 'cause you can't afford the ticket. Back from Suffragette City. Oh, don't lean on me, man, 'cause you ain't got time to check it. No, my Suffragette City was out of sight. So it's alright. Don't be unkind, go away. I can't take you this time.
Diddy, and great movie.
Great guitar. Awesome. Another high energy banger in the track list here. although
Absolutely.
Every song in this track list is a banger. But yeah, I mean, just I don't know how you couldn't have fun listening to this song. It's got so much energy. It sounds so fun. It's so danceable.
Yes.
The lyrics are fun. His vocal performance is really good. He just sounds like he's having a ball.
Yeah,
And when
absolutely
David
does.
Bowie's having a ball, I'm having a ball. So 8.5.
8.5. I'd like to go next because this will be the most controversial take I have. This is an amazing song. Everything about this is an amazing song. I love all parts of this. Lyrically, best song on the album.
Oh, here we go.
Vocally, best song on the album.
Okay.
Pacing,
Relax.
fantastic. Chorus,
Stop.
chorus, second best on the album, just
Stop.
behind
What
Starman.
is happening?
This is fantastic. Instrumentally, second best on the album. Awesome. Start, finish, the small little fills they have in between, the do 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 as he's going from Suffragette City to the bridge into back, leaning back into chorus. Perfect. I will be giving this the first 10 on the album.
Oh my god.
I don't know what universe this is the best song on the album. I don't know where that comes from.
Fantastic. Noah, you're up.
All right, let's get a little bit back to normality here.
Snap back to reality.
Oop,
Yeah.
there goes gravity.
Really fun song, really catchy. Big fan of the synth tone on the song. Something so beefy about it that just fits it very well. I think the bass could have had a better tone though. There's something about it that I'm not crazy about, but big fan of the lyrics. Really big fan of the hook and how he chorus and how he delivers it. There's something about that that's really, really fun. I'd give this song a 9. Yeah.
All right, last song on Ziggy Stardust, Rock and Roll Suicide. Your opinion is kind of a travesty with this song, but I respect it. Big ups. You know what, Tarney? I've disagreed on almost all your opinions so far, but I respect the fact that you have opinions, at least.
Time takes a cigarette, puts it in your mouth. You pull on your finger, then another finger, then your cigarette. The water wall is calling, it lingers, then you forget. Oh, 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 you're a rock and roll suicide. You're too old to lose it, too young to choose it. And the clock waits so patiently on your song. You walk past the cafe, but you don't eat when you've lived too long. Oh no, 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 you're a rock and roll suicide. Ship breaks the snarling as you stumble across the road. But the day breaks instead, so you hurry home. Don't let the sun blast your shadow. Don't let the milk float rob your mind. They're so natural, religiously unkind. Oh no, love, you're not alone. You're watching yourself, but you're too unfair. You've got your head all tangled up, but a can only make it there. Oh no, love, you're
Probably gets you. I will explain momentarily. Why is it that short?
Yes, I-
knew
Why?
that. Wow.
It's amazing. It's like a minute too short. What? It's so good, and he cuts it off so early. He is on
apologize,
pace
Seth. That was louder
for
than I
a
thought it'd be.
10 out of 10 song, and he just stops it. Why? He could have done. Oh my lord! Give me like 2 more Like, I want so much more of this song. It's so good. The lyrics are incredible. They're like just these incredibly inspirational and like really beautiful lyricism. And this grand epic ending.
Yep.
And then it's just like, no. I needed 45 more seconds at least of this because he's just building and the build is so great. Everything sounds so great. The backup vocals are great. The lyricism is amazing. His vocal performance is incredible. Oh my gosh, why is this not 5 minutes long? I don't understand. It feels so much shorter than it should be.
I love that each line he does, his vocals raise just a little bit more and get a little more intense.
I mean, it's bad in a million, and it just cuts it off so much earlier than I wanted to. I really wish there was like another minute of this song, but 9.5.
9.5.
Amazing, great song.
We do have a massive Pepe hands on this song. I will agree with everything Cole just said, and to add on to it, holy shit! Lyrically, this is amazing. I mean, I look at songs from a lot of the standpoint from the lyrics at heart, and this is the best lyrics on the album. Unfortunately, it's so damn short. Like Cole's mentioned, what, Noah?
The song right before this had the best lyrics on the album.
Yeah, it would be the best lyrics on the album if it was longer. It probably would have been, because like Cole said, everything about this is fantastic. It's just the length of time. It ends itself. It
feels even shorter than 3 minutes.
It does. It ends itself on such a high note, but it ends like you're about to get a whole nother 30 to 40 seconds of just incredible outro, and then you just get cut off.
I'm begging for it
just
because
get
it's
cut
so good.
And it's like, damn, why are you pushing us into such an incredible little,
just make this album 40 minutes long,
and then ripping it right away from us at the end? I don't know. Yeah, I agree. 9.5. Noah?
Heck of an ending to the album. I will agree that it does have the best lyrics on the album. And that's, yeah, there's something about them that I enjoy a lot. Really good vocal performance. Changes a lot throughout the very short runtime of the song. Yeah, then as this gets real big, the strings come in, start moving around a lot, and it feels real epic. Feels like it's about to explode, and then it's just
over.
Yeah.
A little disappointing. Still a pretty big fan of the song. Good way to end the album. I'd give that a 9.
We have reached the end of David Bowie's Ziggy Stardust and the other parts of that album title. Final rankings time. If you guys have never been here before, we rank our top. We put our top 3 of the album in order. Give the album a 1 to 10 ranking and our final thoughts. Let's start with Cole because he has just been digging this shit.
Alrighty, top 3 on this album. Oh boy. Alrighty. I think I will at 3. I think I'll go Rock and Roll Suicide. 2, I'll go Moonage Daydream, and 1, I will go with 5 Years. I mean, overall, I think this is the first album by David Bowie that I could pretty confidently call like a masterpiece or on the level of a masterpiece. I love how ambitious this album is, and even though it's like really ambitious, he still kept like a very tight track list here. It's pretty much, there's really not anything I have to complain about. I mean, it's certainly not too long. If anything, this album is too short, and I just want more out of it.
Sure.
The writing is phenomenal from front to back. The performances are pretty much great across the entire thing. Honestly, the only complaint that I really have about this album is just that the instrumental tones are not as great as they could be, I guess, or like it's just not as full of production as it could be. Because when you listen to like Station to Station or Low, it's like, holy shit, this is some of the best production of all time. And it just kind of makes this album sound a little more dated by comparison, I think. But yeah, I absolutely fucking love this album. It's amazing. Feeling a 9.5 out of 10.
9.5. There we go. All right, I'll go next. So my top 3 are gonna be. Wait, this is difficult. I'm gonna go Starman, Rock and Roll Suicide, and then Suffragette City at number 1. I absolutely, I think this is one of David Bowie's absolute best albums. It's probably his second best he's ever made. It has a couple sort of misses. Like, I mean, you wouldn't even call them really misses. He's got Hang On To Yourself, which is lower and just not really into that one as much. And it doesn't do as much nearly as it does for them. Also, Star is just not as great as the rest of the album hook-wise. There are a couple misses on the hooks. Outside of that, though, let me turn this down just a little bit more. Outside of that, though, I think this album is pretty damn fantastic. Clearly, he's found a sound and he's going hard into the theme of this album, which is like that Ziggy Stardust character and the persona and the band and all that. And he is one of the first to have ever done this type of theme persona without outer space aliens and all that. Fantastic idea. I don't know how I misspelled suicide there. That was weird. Anyway, all that being said, not my favorite David Bowie album. I've heard better from him, and I've also heard a little bit better production on certain things. But mainly, I think it's the vocals that stick out to me as the worst part of this. I will give this a 8.5 to a 9. All right, Noah.
This album, I have such a hard time at finding any problem with it. It's so consistent all the way through. It still has, its highs and lows, but the lows are not lows. They're just not as good or great as the other songs. It's great. My top 3, I would probably go Starman at 3, Moonage, Daydream at 2, and 5 Years at 1. For that total rating, I'd say it's gone up by a half. I'd give it a 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10. There you go. Fair enough. For the record, I didn't say Suffragette City is my favorite, but is the best Bowie song. I said it's probably the best on this album. Big difference. Okay, all right, guys. For those who are watching on YouTube, that was our final rankings of David Bowie's album. We have called
The Rise and Fall of Ziggy Stardust and the Spiders from Mars.
Thank you. Yes, that album right there. What he said. Very appreciative. Hope you guys did enjoy. That was our 700 subscriber video. We really appreciate you guys coming out and watching. I know we'll have a 800 subscriber video probably have to do very soon. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoy. If you did and would like to subscribe for more future content, hit the bell down, hit the button, and hit the like button below so you can share with other people. Also, if you want to watch this on our stream, we do this with chat. Every single album we do, you can follow along. It's pretty fun, and you can give your content and your trash our takes as we do them as much as you would like to. If you want to, follow us on Twitter, hit the like down below, hit subscribe, hit the bell so you get notified when we go live. And yeah, we'll see you guys in the next video.